What's up, fellow farm introverts? Today we're going to be building a brand new chicken coop. We have issued ourselves a challenge with the criteria of, can we build it in just one weekend? It has to cost under $500 and it has to hold our 12 new chicks.
Yep, we looked around the internet for plans and they were all really expensive from a materials perspective, and they did not look like they could be built in a weekend. So today we're going to put ourselves to the test to see if we can do it faster and cheaper than the internet and still make it look pretty for you.
Yay. Let's do this.
For starters, we're going to make our first cuts on our posts. Our chicken coop proper, not the run, but the actual coop part is going to be 4 feet by 8 foot, so that there's room to add more chickens than the 12 that we currently have. And it's going to be 5 feet tall on one side, 5.5 feet tall on the other side, so we get a little bit of a slope to let water run off the roof. So let's measure these guys out and start cutting. So next we're going to take our 19.5-inch pieces. We're going to attach one to each post, and we're going to have a 2x4 spacer at the bottom. Okay, now we're gonna build the floor of our chicken coop. We're gonna use two 8-foot 2x4s as is, and then we are going to cut 2 more for the sides. So we got this guy all lined up, and with our decking and our center support, and now we are going around screwing the deck to our frame.
So far, everything is going really well. We took a little break for lunch and now we're back at it. It's been a little bit cold. Tomorrow is supposed to be warmer, so looking forward to that. And we're working kind of against the weather report. It says it's supposed to rain, so we're really hoping that does not come true, or we can get a lot done before it happens.
Okay, we are ready to frame out the nesting boxes. Alright, now that that's done, we are going to take another 8-foot 2x4 and we are going to attach it to finish out the back of the nesting box frame. Now that the nesting box is pretty much framed out, the only thing left to do is to put this 2x4 across the top. This is what we're going to attach the hinge to that will eventually work the door to go into the nesting boxes and get the eggs. We are now going to do the top 2x4 of this side of the chicken coop. Okay, so now we are going to finish going around the top of our frame so that we can put our roof on. For us, this is important because we are expecting rain, unfortunately, so we're going to get that roof on, but it's also the next step anyway, so it works out.
Well, unfortunately, it's starting to rain, so we have to stop a little early but I'm really happy with the progress that we made. I think we got to a good place and hopefully we can finish the rest tomorrow.
Yep, got the roof on just in time. See you in the morning. We are back for day 2. We had a little bit of rain last night and the rain continued into the morning this morning, so we got a bit of a late start, but our wood is mostly still dry and the little bit that got wet is drying out. So the sun is out, it's a beautiful day, short sleeves today, and we are ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, I'm feeling a little more nervous that we're actually going to be able to get everything done in these 2 days since we kind of got a big setback with the rain, but we'll have to see.
Might be headlamp time tonight. Now we are going to start framing out and building the front door to our chicken coop. Now this is the door for us, not the door for the chickens. The next step in building our front door is to actually build the doors. So we're going to build the outside frame of the door. There's going to be an inside frame because we're going to have a shutter, but for now we're going to build the outside frame of the door. We're going to use 1x3s. That was snug. Okay, so this is where a table saw would really come in handy. We don't have one, so we've rigged up a setup here and clamped in a guide board, and we're going to just marry up to that guide board and cut the line all the way across.
Golden light pours through the blinds, wash away the worries like a winding tide. Yesterday left far behind, your sweet scent fills my lungs open. In this soft light, troubles fade away. With you, no need for words to say your love, a gentle breeze that carries me through.
Well, we did not finish our chicken coop during our rainy 2-day weekend, but that wasn't fair. So, we have decided, in the interest of fairness, to give ourselves an extra 4 hours for the 4 hours that we lost because of the rain on Sunday.
And not just because of the rain, I also had a super hard time finding the hardware cloth that's going to make up the fencing for the run. I literally went to 4 different stores, so we lost a lot of time looking for that too, and I ended up having to order it online.
But we're back now, and we're gonna hit it. We can do this. That's okay. Now we're gonna try it again. Babe, you gotta go towards the street. Good, and down. everybody on the rocks?
We have found that these poultry staples are much stronger than just a staple gun staple, so that's what we like to use when we're attaching the hardware cloth. And we've also found that they are a little bit wide, and so if you can take some pliers and just squeeze them a little bit to make them skinnier, then they will go in better. Alright, we are calling what we've done so far 2 days. The chicken coop is basically done, and now we need to work on the run. Hoping to finish that today so we can call the whole thing a 3-day build.
We are ready to knock out this run and get our chickens in their new home. Oh, man.
Probably won't come as a surprise anymore. I feel like every update that we do is kind of like, well, that took longer than we thought it would. So we didn't finish in 3 days. We are now on to the 4th day, and we're just having to work in kind of more of the little pockets of time, which is more true to homesteading, I think. At least for us it is. So we're on the home stretch now. We just gotta finish up the door and hinge it and cut a little hole for the chickens, and then we'll finally be done.
Well, here we are. We've blazed through what feels like a billion staples, and we are finally done putting our hardware cloth all over the frame that we built, everywhere except for where we are going to put our door, our human entrance door, into the chicken run. Entire run is completely secured, and the last thing we have to do is cut a door in the coop and let the ladies into their new backyard.
Well, here we are at the end of our 2-day $500 chicken coop build, which actually turned into 4 days and about $700. But I don't think it would have taken other people as long, since we kept stopping to film ourselves every few minutes.
Film ourselves building the chicken coop.
Yeah, of course. What else?
I don't know, you just left it open.
It's not open, it was implied.
There's,
Of course
yes,
it was the chicken coop.
implied, but okay, yeah. That's leaving it open. That's the definition of implying something. Yeah, that not much we could do about the price, though. I mean, we bought everything as cheaply as we could without cutting corners. You know, we skipped the spinning rims and all of that, and
Skipped the windows and built our own and tried to maximize every cut so that we weren't creating a bunch of scraps that we weren't using.
we took great pains to not create a bunch of scraps, and I think we did a pretty good job.
But I am happy. I think it looks cute. The chickens are happy, and that's really all that matters, right?
That's all that matters.
You sound sarcastic.
Yes, what me? What about me? I thought I thought that was a joke. I was like playing along. Well, that's it. Looks like, do I see anybody else that matters around? Nope, don't see anybody else that matters. Okay. Chickens, the chickens. All 12 of them.
Me, chickens, David.
No, we never got to me. I'm not on the chart. I don't even get to be the bottom of the totem pole. But no, I am, not that it matters, but since everybody else is happy, I'm happy.
And now we can finally get some eggs.
Fingers crossed we can get some eggs without having every morning be Easter.